Welcome back. Let's talk about, they're called the Kingdom Church. Basically, this is a combination of the wonders of wrestling and religion, going to church to worship God. So our next guest is a wrestler. He's called Angel. Recently he combated or fought bare-chested David Starkiller Birch at the St. Peter's Church. It's in a place called Shipley near Bradford. Anyway, of course, it packs them once a month. I think they have these events. It packs them in. People love wrestling. And what a great idea. So, we know that under the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, more than 3,000 C of E churches had to close, frankly, due to lack of interest, because congregation numbers are plummeting. So anything that gets people back in to worship God for the health of our state religion, our national church, the Church of England, I think must be a good idea. So let's speak to Gareth Angel Thompson, the founder of Kingdom Church. Here he is. Welcome very much, Angel. Can I call you that?
That works for me.
Tell us about the whole idea, Gareth. How long has it been going?
So we started back in 2018. It started as an idea where I thought, I've got a story to tell. I've been through stuff in my life, and my faith journey was a massive part of getting things back on track. So I thought, well, let's do a wrestling show, because I've been performing as a wrestler, and let's put my story in the middle of that and give people the opportunity to hear about Jesus. And we did it for a couple of churches I was connected to, and like you said, it just packed them in. We had hundreds coming to these events. And so that was 2018. Roll on a few more years, we get to COVID. COVID hit. I know, that's Jimmy.
I'm just watching it. Is that you? That's amazing.
No, it looks like
you're
me.
the one getting kicked in the face, are you?
No, I'm normally the one kicking people in the face.
Yeah.
No, we started doing these events, and then during COVID, we thought, well, what can we do to take it to the next level and actually add in that community element? So we launched a training school, and then that was bringing people in. We had women's self-defense classes, a men's mental health group, employment advice, debt advice, all that kind of stuff happening. And then next thing you know, people are saying, I want to get baptized. So we stuck a baptism pool next to the ring. We had body slams and baptisms. And then wrestling church.
Body slams and baptisms. What else? The perfect combination. Body slams and baptisms. And do you, during these events, the services, if I can call it that, do you pray and do you sing hymns as well, or is it just the wrestling?
Yeah, no, we pepper the events with, we definitely have like the local church leader who in Shipley is Reverend Natasha. She'll open the show, welcome everyone, and she'll pray for the event. We'll then have a bit of worship. So we've had a live band that play like heavy metal versions of like Shine Jesus Shine over Nirvana. Like we just really mix it up. And then we'll have the wrestling. And one of the wrestling bouts will often tie into either a Bible story, David and Goliath is a perfect example, or maybe a theme like racism or violence towards women or other stuff that we can then flesh out with like a short sermon after all the suplexes. And that sermon is often done in a way that is kind of assuming that everybody who's in the room has never been to church, because that's the next generation. There are people now who have only ever been to church for weddings, funerals, and Christmas, and that's it. So we're not assuming that they know the Greek derivative of words, or that they understand, if we reference other books of the Bible, that they've read it, or even in some cases for some of the people that we're working with, that they can even read. So we take the physical narrative of wrestling and storytelling, we boil it down to its basics, good versus evil, we tell those stories. And that's what's so engaging about it. And that is what's, bringing 30 people plus to faith within the last year, which is phenomenal.
I think what you're doing is brilliant, innovative and interesting, and it's clearly working. Why not entertain people when they come to church? I think half the problem with church is, I can remember when I used to have to go, it was never entertaining. But do you get any complaints to say this is not commensurate with a church? This shouldn't be happening in a church?
Yeah, and I brush them off, because I think that oftentimes they're not the people we're trying to reach. You know, we're not trying to reach the people already sat in the pews. We're trying to reach the people who are outside of the church. And, you know, the church has had in its history so many splits over theology and other issues that actually I'm like, I just want people to know about Jesus.
Yeah.
Whether that's an Anglican church or an Elim church or a black majority church, wherever we can put up a ring and do some fighting, like we know that we'll get people through the door and we can help respond to Jesus. So I'm just like, that's the main goal for me. I'm not trying to please people in the church. I'm trying to introduce people to Jesus.
I'm just watching it now, and you know, as I say, I think it's brilliant. But these are unusual scenes in a church, Gareth, aren't they?
Yeah, and you know what? I think that's the unique blend of what we have, isn't it? You know, we're able to take this majestic building and bring it to life in a way that you're not going to see anywhere else in the country. Although we do tour around and we do it in other churches. But like here in Shipley, we've got a whole community on the doorstep that are coming in. We've got the local college with students on work experience. We've got a local PRU with kids at risk of exclusion coming in for an 8-week training program. Men's mental health, women's self-defense, kids and toddlers. Like all of that is happening in this ring behind me throughout the week because this is up all the time. And all of that is in relationship and it's doing life together. And that is the core of the first church. It was all in homes. It was all in relationship. None of this structured kind of, you have to go through X amount of liturgy to understand the Bible. I'm like, look, let's just do life. And if that is in the ring, then so be it. Let's get in there and wrestle with our lives and our faith and let's get it all out.
I think it's brilliant. Now, just one last question. We're looking at, I'm looking at pictures of you fighting David Starkiller Birch, who towered over you. Did he beat you?
No, I put him down. Him down. Yeah.
So do you win all the fights or?
Not all of them. No. There are times that call for me to lose. Let's drop the curtain. We know it's all storytelling. Oftentimes I'm the character that is the kind of the epitome of everything good. And so I will oftentimes lose to a villain to give them like the upper hand so that people can take them seriously and think, oh, this guy is really a nasty piece of work. And if somebody wants to go the other way and become a goodie, if they align themselves with me, that's my role in and amongst all the chaos is to be the kind of the moral anchor, if you want to call it that.
Well, we all need a moral anchor. And let me just say to you, Gareth, I think what you're doing is brilliant. And God certainly does work in mysterious ways. Fantastic to talk to you. Thank you very much. Gareth Angel Thompson there, the founder of Kingdom Church. What do you reckon of that? It's kind of cool, isn't it? Never thought I'd see that in a church, people beating the hell out of each other. But as Gareth said, you know, we know about wrestling. It's kind of performative. Not really doing any harm. Good to see that congregation really enjoying it.